Perfect Turd Podcast, episode 110, Lamar, The Exorcist Vengeance.
Yeah, that's my exorcist acting. But yes, we have brought back, I think, a person we're gonna definitely be talking about, the Robert Bronzi actor.
I love this guy. That's one of the things I want to talk about the most.
the man who would look like Mr. Bronson, Charles Bronson.
Yeah.
In a weird lottery pick of freaking fate. That's like his thing, is that he looks like Charles Bronson. But he's in this movie. This is from Uncorked. And they make a lot of stuff. And go into the premise, Joe.
Yes. Okay, yeah. No spoilers yet because the movie is coming out February 8th.
Yes.
So no spoilers, but basically he plays a priest that performs exorcisms, and he's got to go help a family. There's a family that there's two sides, a brother and sister, and then they have their kids. The maid has become possessed, and he goes to this family to help them. And there's a lot more involved in this whole thing, of course, that it goes deeper. But the interesting thing about him is that, you know how most, priests, they come, Lamar, and they got their crucifixes and the holy water and the communion and the rosary beads. Well, he doesn't need none of that, Lamar, because what does he have instead?
He has a gun. He has a revolver. And then let's say this. He has a troubled past.
Yeah.
That is explained in the movie. That is an interesting thing that I think brings a little bit more to his character, because in the movie, he kind of has, I won't say a crisis of faith, but I think he doubts himself.
Yeah.
Coming from the past that he has come from, he's trying to reel from that. Mm-hmm. And I think that adds a little bit more edge. So, he has a gun. So that makes him a little bit more cool.
And he's not afraid to use it, and he's not afraid to backhand a demon. It's just, back of the hand there, pull out the revolver.
What if this is the new way of dealing with exorcism? Because, you're dealing with a demon inside somebody. You don't want to kill the person, but it's like, this is a demon. You might have to hit a demon every once in a while. So, yeah, I support this new wave. Is
that going to be the new slogan for like politicians? Smack a demon or whatever.
You know what? That would you can make that work. Smack a demon.
Smack a demon.
Smack a demon.
But so, yeah, man, I love that part of it. That they're taking like what Charles Bronson would do in like a Death Wish movie, and they're just putting it into like an exorcism movie. He's just gonna whip out a revolver.
Yeah, well, maybe the bullets are anointed. We don't know. Maybe.
That's funny you said that, because I thought there was going to be a scene somewhere in this movie where he was going to have like, get the bullet blessed, or maybe the bullet was made out of some kind of special, like, metal or like holy water in the inside of it or something.
That's what I was hoping for in this movie, because I will say this, like as an exorcism movie, it was good. It wasn't super great, but it was good. But when you have Exorcist Vengeance, and then, of course, when you have Robert Bronzi, who looks like Charles Bronson, I thought he was going to pull out the gun and, like, just be, I don't know, shooting people that have demons in them and stuff like that. But it's more, your typical exorcist.
Yeah, it's a little subdued. I thought it was going to be crazier than it was. Especially like the way it starts, you just see him as a priest taking down a random criminal.
Right.
I was like, so this is going to be the movie, like him just kicking the shit out of everyone. It wasn't that. It was the standard kind of exorcism movie with that Charles Bronson flair to it.
Now, we will say this. They let him use his voice this time.
Did they?
I thought that was his voice.
I thought it was dubbed.
We'll have to look that up. I swear I thought that was, because I know he's not from America. I forget where he's from.
I don't know.
So we'll have to look that up.
I really did think it was dubbed. And I started thinking while I was watching, because I was so sure it was dubbed. I was like, do they dub him with the same guy every time? Or did they give him a new voice for every movie?
That would be hilarious.
Because that would be kind of funny.
Yes.
But I was also thinking that if they make more of these, like they do need to go more over the top, where he's just blasting more demons and stuff.
That's what I hope for, because like because he has that background of like he's kind of hard and everything like that, and then maybe what if he's like the special pope they always bring in when like the exorcism has gone too crazy, or like it's gang members that are possessed. You need to bring in this guy.
Good, yeah. Mix it up with like Death Wish 3, like the craziness of that movie, but with exorcisms.
We might have to have a discussion about Death Wish.
Death Wish 3, classic, one of the best.
My God.
And I just have to say, this Robert Bronzi guy, his character in the movie is doing God's work, but in real life, he's also doing God's work to me, because he allows us to see movies. You know, Charles Bronson had a limited palette of movies.
Yes.
And this guy is allowing us to see him in stuff that we would have never seen Charles Bronson in. I don't think we'd ever see Charles Bronson in an exorcism movie. So this guy is like, I bet you in the future, like we will be able to like deep fake actors, like put Arnold Schwarzenegger in like a really dramatic role where he's just like the greatest actor. This guy is allowing us to see Charles Bronson do stuff that we would have never have seen him do. So I love him.
I think you're onto something, Joe, because not only with Exorcist Vengeance, we could see like Death Wish in space.
Yeah, sci-fi movies.
Sci-fi movies, all this kind of stuff. And with the deep fake thing, you might have just inspired a bunch of people to just steal people. Well, of course, you can't take people's likeness, but there has to be a way around it where like you can add Arnold to something.
But what happens if like Arnold, like there's a company that does this, right? And then like Arnold, like while he's still alive, like he signs a deal. Like you can use my likeness for the rest of eternity and pay my family after I pass and everything. And people just sign these deals to create wealth for their family forever. And then you'll just see like George Clooney in movies forever, but you know, whatever it is.
You know what? They technically did that with Rogue One.
Yeah.
So you're not wrong in thinking that, because think about it. What if I do have like this mashup idea? Like I want Nicolas Cage in one of my movies.
Yeah.
Boom, just put him on. I would like that idea, because I have so many ideas. I would make Wesley Snipes Blade again.
Make him Blade again. Yeah, I mean, there's so much stuff you could do. Or if you always had a movie where you said, man, that movie was way miscast, just remake it with the right cast. They're all deep fakes. But our friend Charles Bronzi, or Robert Bronzi, I should say, he's doing it now, the real deal. He's bringing us Charles Bronson into other types of cinema that we would have never seen, and I love it.
I will say, we're talking to you, Uncorked. If you make an Exorcist Vengeance 2, just go all the way.
Go all the way. Go
all the way. You got this badass preacher. Gang members are multiplyingly being, that's a word, being possessed by demons, and the only person that can handle this.
I like it. Well, what are we rating it?
I'll say this: it's a good exorcism movie. There were certain things I liked. I'll give it a 3.5. I wanted more of that punch. Yeah. I wanted more holy water bullets. I wanted more punching people in the face as exorcists, as in exorcisms, and that kind of stuff. So that's what I'll give it. Cool.
Yeah, I agree. It's 3.5 out of 5 for me as well. And same reason, like I thought it was going to go a little more over the top. It didn't, but it was still a lot of fun. I loved the whole thing of him, like we talked about. And so, yeah, it's good. I enjoyed it. 3.5.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Well, does that wrap this up then?
Yes, it does, Joe. We want Exorcist Vengeance 2 in New York. Boom. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Right on. Exorcist Vengeance. Peace.
Deuces.